Hi, my name is Professor Monica Sleeter. I just wanted to do a quick video and give you a few pointers before the class begins on Monday. So this is the home page for either ENC 1101 08383 or 08384. They're the same, only they're different classes. Make sure you check announcements. Make sure you have notifications turned on your Canvas app so that you can see when I post announcements. I will use the announcements a lot to tell you when things are due, when things are open, when things will close, etc. Um, so make sure you check that out. In this first announcement that I posted yesterday, I made a really big announcement that has to do with the class overall. And I just want to go ahead and say it out loud that this is a Gordon Rule class. So all writing assignments have to be turned in to meet the requirement. So let's say you think you're going to pass because you have a C and you only did one of the essays. I cannot give you a grade higher than a D if you don't do both essays. You have to do both essays and they have to be done by the standards. The first definition essay is 3 to 5 pages. So minimally it's 3 pages plus a works cited page. And the argumentative essay is minimally 5 pages plus a works cited page. So that one's a 5 to 7 page essay. What you're going to be learning in this class is going to be MLA formatting. You're going to be learning academic writing, and you're going to be learning how to research. So we're going to start out with classwork, some things on how to actually do MLA formatting, and that's before we even open up any of the essay information. We're going to stay with classwork because you have to know how to format before you can actually turn in anything. And to that point, I wanted to show you two things about MLA formatting, and I will include this in one of the assignments. You have to turn everything in a Word document. Don't send the PDF in. You turn it in as a Word document. Your first and last name, my name, the name of the class, and the date that you wrote it. The title is centered. There is a page header here, and everything has to be in Times New Roman, 12 point, and double spaced. Okay, so I will send this out, but just so you know, when you do this part, you would go to insert page number, not header. You would go to page number, top of page, plain number 3. And then when you do that, notice that it's a default Calibri or whatever Arial font. You have to change it. Let's say I put my last name, but it really will be your last name. You have to change it manually to Times New Roman 12 point. Will I be able to tell the difference? Yes. So again, everything has to be in Times New Roman and everything has to be double space. You could literally do Control A and go to layout, or actually, I'm sorry. You can go here to paragraph. Line spacing is already there, double. Okay. All right. Another thing that I wanted to show you that you're going to learn that I mentioned earlier is a works cited page. This is a sample of a works cited page. Notice again, the page header is in Times New Roman 12 point. The title of a works cited page, this is going to be one of the first assignments you send me. It's works cited, works plural. The W and the C are capitalized. And then this is done in a hanging indent. How do I do that? Okay, so let's just say we take this back to this. You will make sure, first of all, to put it in the right font, Times New Roman, 12 point, and then you would go here to paragraph, and you go to special, and you would click hanging, okay. And then, of course, you also need to make it double space. So see it's single. So you click here double. Okay. No extra lines. Now, there are certain things that are in a works cited page. Oh, one of the things is all the containers, and you learn what that is, have to be italicized. So the name of the actual journal has to be italicized. So every entry that you turn in on your works cited page is italicized. So I'm actually showing you as I do it, but there are specific things in a works cited page, in a works cited entry, that have to be there. The name of the author, the name of the article you're referencing, the container or the journal it came in, the volume, the number, the pages, and the URL or the DOI. That's what this is. And again, that's going to be one of the first assignments that you do in the class, and you will be watching a video on it, etc. And that's going to be here. MLA formatting what, etc. Okay. Another thing I wanted to show you is the book. So some of these, chapter 24, chapter 12, and then the grammar chapters, those are in the book. So if you go to pages, so let's click here, we're on pages. And you click view all pages. And as we wait, you will see that all the pages are there. All the chapters of the book. So you would click on it. You would click on each of the pages that say writing is exploration. And my computer's really slow. You would look at the overview. You don't have to do the exercises. You're basically just reading for information. The quizzes would be on a separate assignment if I give you a quiz on it. So this is a text-free class because the entire book is online. All right, so let's go back to Canvas. So under assignments, all of this is in your syllabus, but I want to go ahead and give you just a video tour of Canvas in case you're not familiar with it. So the first part's going to be classwork, and then week by week, because we are on an 8-week class, every week you're going to have a grammar quiz. So for those, I give you 5 tries, because the whole point of grammar is for you to learn how to do grammar, and we're not going to go over grammar in class because we don't have time. So I chose the most pertinent parts of grammar that I thought you should know. So parts of speech, modifiers, the semicolon, commas, verb errors. And again, you get 5 attempts. So let's say you think you know the parts of speech: noun, verb, adjective, adverb. Click it, take the quiz. You don't do well on it, go and read the chapter on the parts of speech. Then retake the quiz. You want to go for 80% or more in each of the quizzes. Notice that it's 10% of your grade. So even though you're like, oh, it's only 10%, it still matters and it helps you in the long run. And my Microsoft Edge is not okay. It's back. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show you, and I'll probably do another video later on, is the research. So we're going to be using the HCC Libraries database a lot, so that you are researching information inside a lot of writing journals. And I think I will leave that video for another day because it seems that my computer's acting up. So if you have questions, the best way to contact me is through Canvas messages. So send me a message. I respond within 3 business days. So if you message me on a Friday at 5 o'clock, I probably will answer you sometime Monday or Tuesday. okay? I am teaching 2 classes online, one dual enrollment class, and I'm also a teacher at Hillsborough High School. So needless to say, I'm a busy person, but I answer all questions. So, again, welcome. This is a very fast-paced class. It's 8 weeks as opposed to 16. So we're doing the work of the entire class in half the time. So check Canvas, check when the due date is, and remember, you have to write both essays. Um, Let me go through one more thing actually. Um, for the definition essay, you're gonna have a final rough where you're going to give it to me and then I'm going to give you feedback on it. And then if you make all the changes that I instruct you to do with my feedback, then you can resubmit it as a final essay. And then let's say you get a bad grade on the final rough if you make all the changes, because the whole point is for you to learn how to write, and you return it in with all the changes that I suggested, then your grade will go back up again. Your argumentative essay, by that point, you should know, you should use the information that I gave you on the definition essay, and you will only have a rough and then a final essay. And then we also have 3 writing journals and then a final exam. The writing journals are worth 15%, so each is worth 5%. Yes, you need to do them because, again, this is a Gordon Rule class. And then the final exam is multiple choice and writing. And more info to come on that. So, again, welcome. And I hope you all get a lot out of this class.